Good evening and salutations, my GH fans. You know, I said from day one that Blaze and Natalia are more trouble than they're worth. Okay? I never sat there and looked at Blaze like she was this megastar that this show, this story keeps hyping her up to be. And Natalia, as like her manager, has been nothing short of a nightmare. Okay? She is very controlling, and it's like, first of all, Natalia just has a very nasty disposition, right? So many things that they had to sit there and wind up changing. She couldn't do certain interviews. She wasn't, it's like she was too good to sit there and sell products in the home and heart. There's a lot of things where it just came across as a headache. And during this meeting, even before it starts, Scotty and Lucy are just like, we had to sit there and change this, whatever this new contract is, like 4 times. 3 to 4 times. Lady, you're a goddamn nightmare, right? Now, Lois was sitting there telling some story that, to be honest, I really didn't care that much about. Um, Something to do with the fact that they assumed that Lois was Blaze's mom and everything. And, Natalia walks in there and she just acts straight up bitchy from start, right? Like, oh, I don't find it funny. I was like, okay, you can relax. Like, did you not get your caffeine yet or something? Like, what is your issue? She walks in and I think Lucy starts telling some sort of story or whatever. Or it was either Lucy or forgot her damn name for a minute. Lucy, I was about to call her Quinn. Jesus Christ, Lucy or Lois. Wow, was telling some stupid story, and Natalia just like completely cussed them off. Like, all right, listen, we're here for this is what we're here for, right? And it was very rude. But if you're gonna be honest, I was like, her story started to get kind of annoying. So I was glad that they just got down to business. So Scotty gives her a rewrite of the new contract or whatever. And right off rip, she's like, no, no, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like that. See, and she practically sitting there telling them to do it again. So now you have the whole room just sitting there looking at her like, that was a problem. Meanwhile, Ava told the new editor in chief, the guy who does the columnist or whatever, the gossip and stuff, she gave him a copy of the recording. And what I don't understand is, what is her plan? Because I thought that her plan, not that she said it, I thought her plan was to blackmail Natalia into like maybe getting some dirt on Sonny. But she just straight up gave it to the guy. And the guy, he ran with it or whatever. And so everyone's getting these news alerts or whatever. So during this whole meeting, Natalia's like, oh, can you shut up your phone? And, she's getting all pissy and stuff like that. So finally, Maxie takes a quick look at it and she sees the article that's written and the actual recording. And so if you sort of previews, Maxie had it up to here, okay, and she pretty much is like, listen, you and Blaze either need to get with the program or kick rocks. And honestly, to tell you the truth, that was music to my ears. It was music to my ears, and it was something that needed to be said a long goddamn time ago. Okay, from day one, I'm just like, what are y'all doing? Blaze was not the problem, but dealing with her nasty ass mother, I'm like, I'm surprised they didn't do that sooner. Any other company worth their salt would have been like, nah, we're not doing this. You can go. You can go. Okay. Bye. Take you and your daughter and kick rocks. Find somebody else. So while that's going on, You got Sonny, he went down there to the pool with Avery, and Avery is talking to Jocelyn, and Sonny is talking to Gio, just kind of just chit chatting a little bit, and about his living arrangements and everything. Ava, let me tell you something. Ava was so out of pocket today. I understand that she was desperate, right? But when Trina comes over with some paperwork, um, Ava's like, all right, so I need you to sit there and tell me every nasty thing Jocelyn has ever said. And Trina's like, she doesn't tell me about this stuff. Now, I don't remember if she did or not, but she was like, she doesn't tell me about any sort of bad details that goes on with Sonny. And Ava's like, I need to fight for my daughter, and he's trying to take my daughter away from me. I can't let that happen. I need help. I need you to sit there and tell me anything. And Trina's like, listen, I'm I'm happy to sit there and help you with the work stuff and everything like that, going above and beyond. But outside of that, I can't help you. And so Ava calms down, Trina leaves, and she goes to Jocelyn, and she's like, Ava made me feel mad uncomfortable. And she pretty much is like, you know what? She's been good to me so far, but today I saw a side to her that Spencer, you, and everyone else have been sitting there saying. I mean, granted, it wasn't like the very worst side, but it was a very erratic, I need you. Because the fact of the matter is, she put her in the middle of something that she clearly felt uncomfortable doing, you know? So while that's going on, there's one point, and I'm probably mixing up the scenes or whatever. Oh, Jocelyn's there talking to Gio. This is after Jocelyn talks to Sonny, because Sonny's like, hey, listen, I know you got some negative opinions about me, but while Gio's living there, you can just kind of just keep those to yourself. Jocelyn's like, listen, I'm not going to insert myself again like I did with Christina. But anything that he finds out afterwards, that's on you. But she does sit there and tell Gio, like, as much as Sonny, I have issues with him, I would much prefer Avery be with Sonny than Ava. And there's one point where, Ava comes downstairs and Sonny clearly seems pissed off. And Avery's there and everything. And Jocelyn takes Gio, and Gio's like, hey, listen, let's get you some ice cream or whatever. Just to, because she was like, hey, listen, I want to, help Sonny or whatever, or at the very least, get her away from crazy ass Ava at this point. So they managed to do that, and Sonny and Ava talk, and Sonny's like, yo, listen, I don't want to see you, okay? I threw you out the house for a reason because I didn't want to see you. And Ava makes it very clear, she's like, hey, listen, if you think about taking my daughter away from me, you're going to find out the old school version of me, okay? The old Ava is going to come back true to form. And Sonny's like, is that a threat? And she's like, no, that's a promise. And she says what she says, and I guess she walks away. Basically, Smith is saying, like, I have more dirt on you than you think or whatever. Like, I have a past, but your past is a lot worse. Christina is talking to, well, she was talking to Blaze for a little bit. It wasn't really much of a scene. But then she started talking to Alexis. Alexis, long story short, she quit the Invader. Nina was trying to get more money from Drew as far as her budget. And then Alexis came in, and Alexis was like, yeah, I quit. And Nina was like, oh, I don't know. I mean, that would break our contract. And Alexis was like, what contract? Oh, yeah, we don't have a contract. So, I'm out. Bye. And pieces out. And, so she's sitting there bragging to, after she gives Drew a high five, like we're in high school, she, goes to Christina and, brags about her quitting and everything. And then Christina is talking about some other people that's going to be running the center for a little bit while she's on, while she's doing what she's doing, and she'll be on paternity leave. But I also thought that she was going to do that anyway, that she was going to get other people that was more experienced than her um, in this field. But then she started talking about the baby. And this is the part where I'm just like, it seems like this that makes it very difficult for me to feel bad for her. Okay? It's not because I'm a heartless monster. It's simply because people have warned her from day one. Yeah, you want to do something nice and you want to do a good gesture or whatever. But like, they've been snitching telling you this from day one. And she starts having all this regret and, I'm gonna have to give up the baby and, my body's gonna feel a lot different. She starts crying. She's super emotional. And I'm just like, you knew this going in. I it was like you knew this going in. Like it's very hard for me to sit there and feel bad in situations like that where they caused their pain. People can sit there and think I'm being very mean and everything like that when it comes to us like Hope on B&B, but I'm like, you put yourself in this position. So why am I feeling bad for you at this point? You know, it was going to happen. And you're just going to have to sit there and deal with it. It is what it is. You knew it was coming. Like, what is it that I don't have an answer for that? Uh, oh, and then she comes back and she gets a little bit more money for her trip and for some more people to go. Oh, and I almost forgot about Jordan because that almost seemed actually like a complete and utter waste of a scene. She just came there to, I don't know, I guess congratulate him on being running for congressman and talk about his opponent and how much she wants him to win. But I'm also just like, all right, bro, you look fine as hell. Okay, so I mean, I'm grateful for that, but like, if I didn't tell you about that scene, you didn't watch that scene, would it have really mattered? Like seriously, would it have really mattered? Um, Now Nina comes in and they're talking. Well, after she gets a little more money for her trip or whatever for Fashion Week, then Drew talks about how he's going to be running for congressman, or she's like, I'm supporting what you're doing, like, because long story short, she's like, hey, listen, you're bad, but you're not as bad as probably some of the other politicians out there in Washington, and you're helping me. So you're gonna help me. I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help you win this election, and you're gonna continue to help me with, scoring points for my daughter until she finds out, and then Willow's not gonna have anything to do with either one of them. That's the long story short in this whole thing. He washes her hands, she washes his, and other fun activities in between. Of course, that's all going to come crashing down when Willow finds out that she's being manipulated. So I'm like, Nina, enjoy your little victories that you're getting right now because in the long run, that is just not going to work out. Anyway, I feel like that's about it. I can't think of anything else, but if I missed anything, you know what to do. Come to the live stream tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We'll talk about all the shows, General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Born and Beautiful, Young and Restless. Also, if you are not a member, make sure you become a member. Me and you know her, Queen Nakisha. We had a really good conversation yesterday, in our members only live stream. So you definitely want to sit there and check that out if you're not a member. Really good perks. Just members only live streams. We get into some really good conversations, exclusive videos. There's times where it's like, even if you're a Y&R fan, you know, I had extra time. I was able to sit there and put in my Y&R review a couple of days early before everyone else got to sit there and see it. So it's a lot of good perks you want to sit there and think about as far as joining. With that being said, I'm going to go. I'll see you in the next video.